This is your Sir Algin Agunos, and welcome to our first video lesson for the third quarter. How are you? I hope you are all doing good. Please stay home and keep safe always. As you develop your communication skills, you prepare for a future in which you will enjoy greater success. Speaking well can have a big impact on your student life and future professional life as well. When you leave a better impression of yourself through the way you communicate, you enhance your credibility as a speaker and as a person. Giving instructions, making explanation, and narrating events before a group of fellow students are communication situations that help you face your anxieties as a speaker. They can also develop your self-confidence, improve your listening habits, and turn your speaking experience into a productive one. This lesson prepares you in responding to the challenge of speaking in group and in public. This video is divided into two lessons, namely oral language, stance and behavior, and different communication situations. After going through this video, you should be able to use appropriate oral language, stance and behavior in giving instructions, making explanations, and narrating events. Aside from the speech content, delivery is also essential in effective communication. When you deliver a speech, you send messages to your listeners even before you open your mouth to say the first word. Your body talks before, during, and after the speech. Therefore, you have to make sure that your bodily action enhances the meaning you communicate through words. In this lesson, you will learn some tools for effective communication. Language, stance, and behavior are tool symbol systems you use for communication. They are representations of your thoughts and feelings. Also, these tools communicate your ideas. Now, let's proceed to the discussion of our topics. Let's begin with the oral language. Language is the means to transfer your messages to another person. If you both speak the same language, it is easier to understand each other. However, when the language used is not common to both of you, then there is a greater possibility for misinterpretation, which may lead to misunderstanding. To avoid such, you have to observe these different characteristics of effective oral language. First, clarity. Now, language must be grammatically correct in order to transfer exact meaning. Now, we have always to remember that grammar plays an important role in our communication because mostly people misunderstand each other because of bad grammars. Number 2, directness. Effective oral language is also direct and conversational. Make large use of personal pronoun as in you are a model student instead of just referring to model students. Number 3, appropriateness. Language must be suitable to the purpose of the speaker. It should meet the needs and expectations of your listener. Vivid. To hold the attention and maintain interest of your listeners, use varied concrete, figurative, and original expressions. Now, let's proceed to stance and behavior. Have you observed that a person's body language is opposite to what he or she is saying? This is conveying a message not through words, but through bodily actions. When you speak, you probably accompany your words with an action which is a result of muscular activity. This bodily action combines with your oral language to convey a message. Here are some examples of postures and bodily gestures that influence how your listeners understand the message when you are speaking. Number 1, stand with confidence. To prevent swaying or rocking while talking in front of others, spread your feet about 6 to 8 inches apart, parallel to each other to achieve a comfortable speaking position. Number 2. Face your audience with your hands on the side with your chin up. This will help you appear sincere to your audience and give the impression that you are in control of the situation. In addition, you have to remember always to avoid this following as much as possible. Crossing your arms, it makes you look defensive. Hands at the back, as if you are hiding something. Hands in your pocket, as if you are hiding something. Hands on your hips, makes you seem aggressive and as if you're bullying your audience. Hands on chin, as if you're not ready with what you're going to say because you're still thinking of what to say. 2 hands cupped in front of your chest, makes it look like you're covering something in front of your chest. Number 3. Use your hands to emphasize your message when speaking. If relevant gestures are used at the right time, your message will be easily understood. These gestures can be used to emphasize the point you are making, suggest something, describe, and prompt. Now, to emphasize the point you are making, example of this is you shake your fist to show you are serious, or you make an OK sign with your fingers. How to suggest something? Example is by shrugging the shoulders to show that you don't know. Describe. Example, act as if you are falling to describe that you fell first into the water. And prompt, example of this is you clap your hands to make your audience clap also. As an active member of a democratic society, you should be able to speak for yourself and for the others. You should be able to assume the role of a leader when the occasion calls for one. To become a useful citizen, you need to develop effective speech communication skills. You always speak with a definite purpose in mind. Therefore, it is the purpose that determines the kind of speech you will give on a particular occasion that requires it. Let us study the table. This table shows the different communication situations that we have and what they are used for. Number 1, giving instructions. Now, giving instructions is used to explain a process and influence the feelings and attitudes of others. For example, a teacher discussing the process of online enrollment. Number 2, making explanations. This is used to communicate information, express our needs, and get things done. Example, a youth leader explaining about a Reach Out program. And lastly, number 3, narrating events. This is used to express a personal feeling or create stories. For example, a student narrating a worthwhile quarantine experience. Whatever speaking situation you are in, the most important thing is you master your speech. You can only do this by carrying out the right practices by using oral language, stance, and behavior as important tools in effective speech delivery. And that ends our discussion for today. I hope that you learned something from today's discussion. Once again, this is your Sir Algin Agonas saying, stay home and keep safe always. Have a nice day and see you in our next video lesson.